Right now on News 4 at 10, get your dancing shoes on. Basketball fans across Western New York fired up, hoping for championship glory.
And meantime, here in Western New York, we've got more snow to contend with tonight. It's actually picking up a couple of inches out there in a few spots. I'll let you know how long that's sticking around and tracking some improvements for the weekend coming up in your forewarned forecast.
And kicked off the force, the internal investigation that led a Cheektowaga police officer to turn in his badge.
Live in high definition, this is Western New York's news leader. Now, News 4 at 10.
And good evening, everyone. Both UB and St. Bonaventure trying to secure a spot in the second round. We have live team coverage tonight. News 4's Rachel Monjovi hanging out with the Bonnie fans tonight in Buffalo. But first, let's turn it over to News 4 Sports. Nick Filipowski. Nick?
Yeah, Don, the big question after tonight is whether the slipper will be on the Bulls or the Bonnies, maybe both. Could they be this year's Cinderella story in the NCAA tournament? Huge first-round showdowns for both squads. And we're going to start with UB, which is making its third trip in 4 years to the big dance. Right now, the Bulls currently lead 6-2 at 6-2. They just hit a three-pointer. C.J. Massenberg did. I watched it on Channel 4. He just hit a three-pointer to put UB up 6-2 over fourth-seeded Arizona. As Don just said, fade to black. The Bulls are moving on. Hopefully they can keep scoring at will against Arizona and hopefully turn that into a win and advance to the second round. Meanwhile, the other game we're paying attention to tonight, the Bonnies and Gators will now tip at 10-16. It was just announced. Bonna is looking to build off their first NCAA tournament win since 1970. Jalen Adams also looking to bounce back following a terrible shooting performance where he had just 8 points in their win over UCLA. Coming up a little later in sports, we're going to check in with sports director Josh Reed, who will join us live from Boise, Idaho. He is with the Bulls tonight. In the studio, Nick Filipowski, News 4 Sports.
And as Nick just mentioned, here's a live look at the Pack House at Santora's Pizza Pub and Grill, where fans are watching the UB against Arizona game. We spoke to some of the fans at the bar, and here's what they had to say.
We're excited. How many times you get to see your alma mater play in the tournament?
Just them being in the dance in general. It's great to see everyone aware of Buffalo and how great they're doing, and I hope to see them continue.
If UB wins tonight, when UB wins tonight, they'll play Kentucky on Saturday. We're also keeping an eye on St. Bonnie's fans as they watch the team battle out against Florida in a spot in round 2 of the NCAA tournament. That game begins in just a few minutes. But we're going to continue our team coverage now with News 4's Rachel Monjovi. She's having a blast at the thirsty Buffalo in the Elmwood Village. Hey, Rachel, how are things looking out there?
Thirsty Buffalo is packed full with St. Bonaventure alumni fans, and just anybody that wants to watch March Madness tonight is here. This is the official alumni watch party for St. Bonaventure, and everyone here is just hoping for another big win tonight. And this is a big game for St. Bonaventure tonight. They were the underdogs on Tuesday against UCLA. Experts anticipated they would lose that game. They came out on top. Now tonight they are playing against the Florida Gators. Experts say this game could be a toss-up, but fans are highly optimistic that the Bonnies will bring home another win tonight. Tuesday's win was the first NCAA tournament win for St. Bonaventure since 1970. They're the smallest Division I school in the country playing in this tournament, but they have a huge fan base behind them, rooting them on.
Bonaventure's coming in on a high. They got great guard play. I think that Florida is going to have all they can handle. I really think it's going to be a great game.
We're going to win tonight. So excited. The coaches have the team ready. The guards are going to get fired up tonight. We're ready to go.
Now the game will be starting in just a few minutes here. Again, this is a packed house. The energy is high, the excitement is high, and again, everybody is just hoping for another St. Bonaventure win. We'll have another live report for you at 10:30. Reporting live from thirsty Buffalo, Rachel Monjovi, News 4 at 10.
Thank you, Rachel. Look at all that anticipation. We're going to turn to the forecast right now. If you're hoping to break out from these cold temperatures, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. We're going to turn it over to our forewarned meteorologist, Andrew Baglini, who's tracking some more snow. Andrew?
Yeah, we've got the snow out there. It's not everywhere right now, but I tell you what, the folks that are seeing the snow at this moment, it's coming down pretty heavy and accumulating pretty quickly out there. Could see a quick couple of inches before it moves on out. Downtown Buffalo's been spared of the snow so far, for the most part, at least this evening. We're starting to see a few flakes flying downtown, but the road's okay on the Skyway. 33 near Eggert, though, we've got some snow accumulating there. Minor problems. But northern Erie County and towards Wyoming County is where that heavier thump of snow has been moving on through. And you can see the darker blues there now moving east of Buffalo. And as I mentioned, through Wyoming County along Route 20A, that's where visibility a little bit lower and some slushy accumulation could make for some slick spots on the road. So be careful out there for the next hour. The snow is not going to be sticking around for too much longer. Not a whole lot of activity right now across the southern tier other than just a few flakes here and there. But I do anticipate some of the snow showers to move back there overnight. All in all, manageable amounts by tomorrow morning. Temperatures outside are now back below freezing here in Buffalo. That's why the snow is sticking pretty easily. 28 over towards Batavia and 29 in Warsaw. A bit cooler, mid-20s down around the southern tier. Breeze buckling out of the northwest. That's going to push the snow a little bit farther south of Buffalo later tonight. So overnight, we'll continue to see those snow showers, pretty spotty. But by tomorrow morning, they begin to wind down, so the drive into work for your Friday, certainly manageable. Give yourself an extra minute just to brush off the cars, and that'll be about it. Getting into the afternoon tomorrow, we'll actually see some sunshine returning, and that sunshine will be sticking around right through the upcoming weekend, so we do have at least some improvements in that department. Temperatures, that's another story. Coming up in your full 4-1 forecast, we'll talk about those temperatures and what to expect in that 7-day forecast.
Next at 10, why did a Cheektowaga cop, once considered a hero, lose his job?